Hi, today I'm going to show you how to make sushi rice. I'm going to share my recipe with you so that you can make these vegetable sushi recipes that I have uploaded within this channel. I'm going to not use special tools that sushi chef would have, but regular household wouldn't have. So it should be very approachable to everybody and the recipe should be very easy to make. So I really encourage you to try it at home. First thing first, we need to cook rice. So these are a selection of my rice cookers at home, but you can use rice cooker that you already own that you feel comfortable using. I'm just gonna show you what I have here. These are donabe for cooking rice. These were a little tricky to use in the beginning, but now that I got it dialed in, I'm able to create beautiful rice in here. So I use these a lot. They're amazing tools. Here is cast iron pot from France, stove. And you know, there's a brand Le Creuset also. And these guys are also amazing pots to cook rice with. And a lot of households have one of these. They work really well too. And over here is electrical, full automated rice cooking machine. All you gotta do is plug it in, put rice in, measured water, press button, in half an hour or so you'll have cooked rice. If you have these, go for it. For the sake of conveniency, they are amazing. So I'm not opposed to using these at all. Last but not least is this Vermicular muesli kamado. It has an induction burner on the bottom where I can set it at rice cooking mode and press button and it will automatically cook rice, just like what this would do. And on top is cast iron pot with heavy lid. And we all know cast iron pot with heavy lid will cook beautiful rice. So this basically has the characteristic and quality of these guys with conveniency of this guy. Wow! I'm using this today, but if you have rice cooker at home that you already own, go ahead and use that. Okay, so to make sushi rice, you need Japanese rice. Japanese rice are those shorter grain, little stickier compared to jasmine or basmati rice, but that's what you need to make beautiful sushi rice. And rule number one of making nice sushi rice is you need to measure your rice and water precisely. Very important. You don't want to have too much water or too little water, especially with sushi rice. You have to hit that sweet point. Rule of thumb is 1-to-1 ratio. So 1 part rice to 1 part water by volume. So if you're cooking 2 cups of rice, you need 2 cups of water. So I'm going to cook 2 cups of rice today. Pour water in and wash rice gently. You want to make sure rice is cleaned properly, but you don't want to apply too much force, then rice will break into pieces. Remember, rice will get very fragile after being soaked in water. See how the water gets milky in color? You don't want any of that. Repeat this process several times until the water is clean. This is the rule number 2 of making good sushi rice, is to make sure your rice is washed properly. Now you can see at this point the water is pretty clean. So we're done washing. We're gonna dump this rice out into a basket so we can drain the water out. Make sure you get all the rice because remember your rice is already measured, so you don't get all the rice, the ratio is going to be off. Okay, so rice is washed. I'm going to leave my rice in this basket with a bowl underneath like that for about 20 minutes. I want to make sure all the water is drained off the rice. We want to make sure the rice to water ratio is 1:1. But if I don't drain water well here, then I'll be introducing more water into the pot and the ratio is gonna be off and rice is gonna be too soft. So this step is very important. Make sure you drain water really well. Just leave it like that for about 20 minutes. 20 minutes has passed, rice is nice and dry. Some water captured on the bottom of the bowl, it's a good sign. No more water on rice. Put this guy here. Okay. Cup. And 2 cups. See, the water is clean. This means rice is washed properly. Gonna put the lid on this. Set it at rice cooking mode. Again, you can use any kind of rice cooker. As long as your rice is cooked properly, it doesn't matter what you use. While we're waiting for the rice to be cooked, we're going to make sushi vinegar. Recipe is really easy. I'm using rice vinegar today, Japanese rice vinegar. 4 tablespoons. 1, and to this, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sugar. 2 tablespoons sugar and 2 teaspoons salt. 1 teaspoon, 2 teaspoons. That's it. Take a whisk, mix it really well until sugar and salt completely dissolve. Now, if you want to, you can apply heat. You can put it in a pot and bring it up a little bit. It will make salt and sugar to dissolve much faster, but I don't feel the need to do it. You can just stir for about a minute or 2 and sugar and salt should dissolve. See? Like that. It's easy. Now rice is cooked. We're going to mix rice with sushi vinegar. I love the smell of cooked rice. See? It's cooked beautifully. A lot of sushi chefs will use something like this. It's called oke. It's made with wood, wooden oke. This is perfect for mixing rice with sushi vinegar because it has wide surface, so it's easy to mix, and the wood will absorb extra moisture, so the sushi rice won't be too soggy. If you have these, by all means, use this. But I understand not a lot of households would have something like this. And I promise that we're going to make sushi rice with tools that normal household would most likely have. So today we're going to use stainless mixing bowl and rubber spatula. If you see any brown spots from the scorch, don't use that. You don't want to have any brown spots in your sushi rice. And rule number 3 of making good sushi rice is to make sure you're mixing your vinegar while the rice is still hot. So cooked rice, still hot. The vinegar we mixed earlier, just pour it in. You mix it, don't use the surface of the rubber spatula, rather use this part and cut the rice like this, because you don't want to smear the rice and it becomes starchy. You don't want that, so try to cut it like this. Flip it over, cut it like this. Idea is to coat each grain of rice with vinegar. So that's another reason why you don't want to wait for your rice to get cold, because as the rice cools down, it becomes one big clump, and it's gonna be hard for you to break those grains apart. And that's it. Beautiful sushi rice.
Whoa.
If you want to flavor your sushi rice furthermore, you can add toasted sesame and make sesame sushi rice. Or you can add something like this. This is red shiso salt. This will make your sushi rice a little purplish in color, and it gives that nice herbaceous aroma too. As long as you can make this nice, what you add in here to take it to the next level is your choice. So there's varieties and varieties of sushi rice that you can make with this. That's it. Enjoy making sushi rice and enjoy my videos of vegetable sushi that I have uploaded within the channel. And please push that like button if you enjoyed the video and subscribe so you won't miss new videos that's coming up.